Hi there, Capricorn. Thank you for joining me for your weekly forecast for week commencing the 26th of September. I've really been looking forward to telling you about this week's changes. If you have found life something of a struggle over the last 5.5 months, it really wouldn't be a surprise. This is because Pluto, the tiniest of the 9 planets in our solar system, has been retracing his steps as he does each year, and for you the influence I feel has been particularly profound because located in your sign for the last 7 years, you may have been going through a sense of refocusing your identity almost constantly during that period. But since the middle of May, your ruler, which is located in a very psychological part of your scope, has continued to clash with the dreamy influence of Neptune. I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm repeating myself, but it's just so you can really understand what has happened here. So on one hand, the things you want to change may have in some ways been treading water because the transformations may not have unfolded quite at the speed you would like. Pluto's retrograde, and then Saturn, your ruler, is in a very sensitive part of your scope, but being challenged by the planet that drains us or can drain us. And certainly where Saturn is located, it's so very psychological. I feel conversations have seen you much more attuned to what other people have to say, their energies, and you've been soaking all this up, and it's not necessarily been easy to defend yourself in the way that you would normally do. But there's great news for you this week. Not only does Pluto go forwards on Monday, it continues a great angle with Mercury that runs on from last week. Your natural ability to sort the wheat from the chaff continues to be enhanced therefore, but it's the arrival of Mars on Tuesday in your sign that really is what we should celebrate. As Mars has gone through its 6 weeks journey through your 12th house, it's possible that your emotions have been a bit up and down. There may have been times when you've wanted to almost shout with frustration, even if you're the calmest Capricorn there is. And there may be other times when you felt really quite tearful. As Mars transits into your sign, fire comes into your situation. Thrust, determination. Now you have these qualities in bucketfuls anyway because you stick in there when the going gets tough, and that keeps you edging forwards even when the odds are against you. You are definitely a sticker and you can overcome obstacles probably better than any other zodiac sign. But you're going to find that things really speed up for you now, and you're going to feel much more collected within yourself. However, Mars is also forging a lovely angle to Venus all through this week. Venus is in the part of your horoscope that's to do with friendship, sociability in your future. I feel that you're going to start to take a much firmer grip on your life direction, but particularly around the alliances that you forge with others. There's probably been a lot of feelings that are more linked to your past that you've been working your way through over these last 4 or 5 months. That process is not at a complete close. I think you're going to start to feel really liberated about halfway through October when Saturn and Neptune really pull apart in their square. But I think generally your personality, your leadership qualities, because remember you're a cardinal sign and that gives you special abilities to motivate other people and bring people with you. Well, that's really going to be burnished up this week in the most fab of ways. But it doesn't end there because the Sun, which is now in the most prominent part of your situation, joins up with the planet of fortune, Jupiter. The two are going to be combining for 5 of the days this week. Now, when it comes to business or getting your message out there or raising your profile, this can be a very fortunate aspect. It is important to be able to walk the talk, but because you're usually quite cautious, that should temper any temptation to over egg the pudding. But I just feel it's going to give you that little bit more momentum, a lovely feeling. People are going to start to salute you for your special qualities. And if you can forge alliances with people who are like-minded, understand where you're coming from, respect you, look up to you, you can be, again, a leader in situations. And that's very, very beneficial to you. As this week draws to a close, Venus and Mars are also forging a very sweet angle to Neptune. And you may find yourself having some lovely conversations with people who understand you more at a spiritual level. But I think it's the new moon at the end of this week which really pleases me for you, beyond the arrival of Mars. Because the new moon is going to be forging a great link with your ruling planet of Saturn. Yes, that's still located in a very tender area, but I think this just suggests that that part of you that gets on with things quietly and thoroughly, doesn't always make a fuss, doesn't necessarily always want to be the centre of attention, but what you're doing behind the scenes, or what you have been doing behind the scenes, is going to see you gain more and more respect and admiration from other people. They know you're not necessarily an attention seeker in itself. It's just your qualities, your natural personality is going to shine out in a way, and I think there's going to be a real building of respect for you. Absolutely fabulous. This really can be a transformational week. It's really down to you now to make the most of these influences and really go for it. It's been a real pleasure being with you, Capricorn. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.